Once you stand, just take a minute to get your balance. Make sure you feel okay before you start walking. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So good.
So great.
Yeah.
We also get
Can you take this? It's pulling also.
Let me get this.
Hold on one moment. Let's check your posture. Hold your head up tall. Relax your shoulders.
Out of the way. All right. Pick up. There you go. Great job. So let's take a few. Stand up tall. Take a few steps. Really pick those feet up. Exaggerate your steps.
so good.
Oh, relax these shoulders.
So good. So strong.
Get a
Oh my
little closer
gosh.
to the walker.
You are doing so amazing.
Couple more steps.
Oh my gosh.
Not too fast.
Okay. Marathon, not a race.
Yeah.
Pushing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can make it to the end of the counter here, and then we'll take a sitting. We'll sit.
Hi my Pearl Avengers. So today I'm going to be doing part 2 by myself because when I decided to do the video and get ready, Yahira's not here because she's actually focusing on school right now. So I decided to finish the video for you guys and say this sad story and finish where we left off. Okay, so basically what had happened in those 3 months of him being in the hospital, he just wasn't able to breathe. He wasn't able to have his own strength. We went through that. We understood that it was just like his lungs weren't working anymore and there was just like nothing else that we could do. It was just like either he gets a new lung transplant or he's maybe able to get the medicine that it was like attacking him, and maybe the medicine could have helped him, but it was just not helping at that moment or in his case anymore. So basically from there, the doctor from an hospital in San Diego, it's called San Diego La Jolla, by La Jolla, like that area of San Diego, if you guys are aware of that area. So basically they had contacted Dr. Kim, I don't know if it was they had contacted San Diego or San Diego had contacted them about my dad's case. So then basically they had contact them and say, oh, I think we could help. I think maybe over here a workout for him, or maybe you guys won't have to like plug him into like the machine or anything, or have him like, you know, be what is that word called? Like, you know, when you're in the I can't remember the name, guys, I'm so stuck, but it's like basically like him getting into like machine that he needs to breathe. So basically the doctors over there said that we don't know and that if it's possible or not, but we're gonna try. And so basically from there they ended up scheduling that they were gonna pick up my dad in an ambulance and do 2 hours, because from where we live in LA, we live like around downtown, kind of by K-Town LA, and the hospital was in downtown LA. So from there we ended up, where did we end up doing? Oh yeah, so from there to San Diego, it's like a 2-hour drive or like a 3-hour drive, depends like in the night or in the morning, like depends on traffic. So basically they decided that they were going to schedule to move him over there with all the oxygen tanks and everything. Mind you, that day was really crazy because it was just like, it's so dangerous to have all those things connected to somebody and like knowing that you're gonna take a full long way all the way over there, which was pretty intense to my dad and to my family. Now thinking about it, it makes me want to cry. So like telling this story just super sad. But I feel like you guys have a right to know why we're not on YouTube as much anymore, because it was very life changing what happened to us. So basically, from that moment that day had come where he was being translated there. So basically, he arrives to the hospital and they put him in a bed there. They put him in a room all the way over there. Minding you that when he was here in LA, when he was in the hospital here, we would go every day. Well, like every other day, but my mom would go every day to see and help my dad at the hospital because it's only like what, a 5-minute drive. Now from here, we could only go over there like around only on the Sundays because those were the only days that we were allowed to be able to enter to see my dad. So it was just like a super serious process. And I don't really like to get into it because it's just like super sad for me to even think about it. But it's just like, wow, the fact that we had to go through all of that. Like every Sunday we would go like super sad, super just our weeks would like fly. But it's just like we were all kind of numb. We were just, I don't know, not numb, but just like really sad that our dad wasn't here and that any moment anything could go bad. It was just it's just like if you're living in a nightmare, guys. And that's why I haven't been on YouTube, because I feel like this really impacted our family in like different ways. Like it's just horrible, and just like it sucks to even go through something like that. And it's just horrible. But don't worry, guys, this story has a happy ending. Okay, so basically at that moment they had decided, through a couple of days, he went through a week, their medicine wasn't working on his lungs, so they rejected that. So they ended up saying he has to get a new lungs. So there passes like what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of him getting accepted, test of him seeing that he's able to get the new lungs. And mind you, if he wasn't able, like if these test results had came back bad or like negative or anything like that, they weren't gonna accept him to get a double lung transplant, which is so crazy because it's just like, wow, like if you don't have this one thing, they're not gonna let you get a lung transplant even if you can't breathe, which honestly really freaking sucks, but that's how it is. And so basically, thankfully to God, thank you God, he actually, all his test results came back pretty good. Like none of them came back like bad or anything. They all came out pretty great. So it was just like a go, like when the doctors were ready to do the operation of the lungs. So basically at that moment, he was ready to receive the lungs and was ready to you know, able to breathe now. Like he was able to like finish this nightmare if he were to get these double lung transplant. But also it kind of depended when he got the lungs. Like if his body had rejected it, it would have been a whole different story, but luckily that wasn't the case. Okay, so basically when we were talking about when he got all the test results back, it was all negative. Everything was pretty good, set, ready for the doctors to do surgery. And so basically, the day comes, like a couple days come during the surgery. Mind you, this all kind of happened during like we were going back and forth to San Diego like for 2 months or like a month, I believe, but it was quick. I just know it was quicker than the hospital that was here because they were treating him horrible. San Diego, props to them, because the doctors there, the nurses there, everybody there is so professional. It's just insane. It's an amazing hospital, guys. It's an amazing hospital, and I'm super thankful that the hospital was able to reach out to my dad and be able to take his case. But okay, so basically after the test results are negative, from that, the doctors said that they were ready to not produce, they were ready to do the lung transplant, the double lung transplant operation. So the day comes with the surgery. I think it's 1 week that we waited for the surgery to happen. So from that 1 week, the surgery date comes, and then my dad is getting ready for surgery. That I remember that whole entire morning being super scared and super like very anxious throughout the whole day of my full day, being super anxious that anything could go wrong during the operation or the surgery. Thinking back at it, I was like crying, guys. Like the night before, I was just like, I really hope everything goes out good, because a lot of things could happen in the operation room, no matter if it's like a surgery of your nose or if your lungs or your heart, anything super serious involving your body and your entire feeling with it. So it's just like a lot of emotions that I felt at the moment, because it was just like a lot throughout it was like a year, it was like half a year going through each different type of step to get to where he was at the moment, and for him to come out well from the surgery, and for him not to be affected anymore, or for him to like not feel like it was a dramatic, thing that had happened to him. But I don't really know how to like say it in words. It was just very emotional that whole entire week, because I knew that he was getting surgery. From my perspective, I always felt like it was so intense to hear that your dad has to get a double lung transplant because this virus came and attacked. Because my dad was such a healthy person, it just sucks to have to say that out loud, because it's like, why us, why me, why my dad? But I do believe God works in mysterious ways, so I don't want to question it, because in the end of the day, I have my dad here, and I have my dad well and safe and here in the house walking around. I'll see if I could get a clip of him, and I'll put in the end of this video. But yeah, and so I was just happy to see him walking around, happy the way he is, you know. But anyways, and so the surgery comes out, and like after the hours that I went back for the surgery, because it is a pretty long procedure, because mind you guys, it's a double lung transplant surgery, so it's like it take a good amount of time. So all I remember from the call that we got after the surgery is that my dad called us saying that he could finally breathe. We all started crying, because it was just so sad to hear my dad that way, because he was so happy. He was so happy that he had got his lungs and that he was able to breathe. It was just like a different type of happiness at that moment. It was just like a relief that like we were done with this nightmare, is basically what I'm saying. Like we weren't like stressing about him like being in more danger than what he was anymore, because it was like he was able to breathe. Like that's the main thing, that he wasn't able to breathe, which is horrible. And so basically, after he got his double lung transplant, after that call that he called us, he just like, from there it was like steps to get back to being, a person. Like you gotta know how to walk again, know how to like move things and move your muscles. So it's kind of like that, because mind you, my dad was like laying down for like what, 3 months in a bed, just laying down like this. So his strength and his levels of muscle and all of that, it was just gone. It was gone. There was nothing. He had to relearn how to do all of that, which it's already here, but it's like he had to relearn how to do it again for him to like go throughout a normal basis, like in a daily process. So basically from there, it was kind of step by step, week by week, helping him recover from there. And from that point, 2-3 weeks pass with him. After, I think it was 1 week, I believe, or 2 weeks, where he's learning how to do each thing, and like he's able to eat and breathe. He's not connected to any of the oxygen tanks or nothing. It was like a miracle. It was happiness for him and for us, because we knew that was over, and that we knew that we weren't gonna suffer anymore with the same things. And yeah, we were just really happy at that moment because we knew the nightmare was done. And then from there, they ended up telling my dad that he had to stay in San Diego for what, 2 weeks, a week in a home. So that's exactly what he did. He stayed in one of the homes over there. My mom ended up going over there to live with him in the little house. My mom and my little sister went over there, and then they spent their 3 weeks over there. And then me and my sisters, Lisa, Tracy, and me, we stayed over here, and my little brother stayed over here. And yeah, we would also go again and visit them on Sundays. I think it was 2 weeks that he was over there, 3 weeks, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but I think it was 3 weeks or 2. So he was over there for 2 weeks, just kind of learning again, you know, the basics, going to the doctor appointments for them to check if everything was good, to see how he feels with his new lungs. So that happened. And then after that, he came home. His reaction to coming home was pretty priceless. It's something that I could never like think about. It's just like I just remember his face when he was coming inside the house for the first time in like what, a half a year and a couple of months, being like just super weak and not being able to breathe for your own. Like, I just remember his face. It was just so crazy because he was so happy to be here. You guys don't understand. Like, I can't really like explain more about it because it was so much in so kind of little time that it was just so bad, guys. That's all I could tell you why I haven't been on YouTube. It was just horrible. And so when he was here, when he was home, he was learning day by day how to get his movement back, how to be able to do everything he did before as a person, but like new, you guys, you know what I mean? Like new. And so basically from there, the doctors did, because he's a double lung transplant recipient. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but recipient, I think so. That's how the word says it, but I'm not sure, guys, so don't come for me. But basically, for his entire life, he has to drink a set of pills. And I actually got the container right here for you guys to see. You see? So it's basically like this. You see all these pills here. He has to drink them. So it starts from 7 in the morning to 8 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And lastly, these are the pills that he has to drink every single day of his life. I think this one counts more and the ones in the morning, but this one he can never miss, ever. Ever. He has to drink a pill or 2 pills for the rest of his life, which does pretty much suck because it's like my dad was like never really like, he never really liked drinking pills, but like this is basically his turn. 2 of these are missing because today is actually Saturday, and the other container, I think he put it away. But my mom does this every week, where she does the pills, her and my little sister, because they learned it. But they fill this container up every single day. So it's basically the entire week. You guys can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Every single day he has to drink those pills for the rest of his life, which to me, I feel like this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he's here healthy, walking around and able to breathe. So I'm just thankful to God that he was able to get out the situation. He was able to, you know, keep continuing to live with us and here and on earth with us. But I'm so happy and very much thankful that he's here with me and he's happy and he's well. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of that story. I don't know if I should do a video where I have my dad come and talk about it and you guys ask questions. I don't know if you guys would like that, where I'd have my dad talk right here. Or no, I'll say the questions to him and for him to answer what he feels. I don't know if you guys want that to be the next video, or if you guys want me to do something else. But I'm like super happy and ready to get back into YouTube and just kind of start again over, because I'm literally about to graduate and I'm literally about to enter college and start a career for myself. So I do want to be able to do YouTube and connect with it, because it's like something I did when I was smaller and I used to enjoy it a lot. So I want to be able to get my spark back and be happy again. And I know you guys can do that for me, because YouTube always makes me laugh. And yeah, I'm sorry to do my hair today, guys. I barely did my makeup today. Like, I've been so tired today. But yeah, guys, so I'm ready to get back into YouTube again and be able to like talk to you guys more. So I think this concludes the end of the video. I think I talked about everything, but I do think that I should do a video with my dad and you guys ask questions about it, and then I do a video with my dad and I'll ask him the questions, he'll give you the answers. You guys want that to be the next video. But yeah, guys, that concludes this entire video and reason why we've been off of YouTube. And I really hope you guys understand and you guys are super understanding. And I hope to do more videos and be able to continue back on YouTube. And I just want to say I love you guys all so much. Thank you to the ones who are watching the video and commenting. That means so much to me, because it's like I haven't done it in such a good amount of time that you guys are still here. So it makes me happy that you guys are watching. But I think that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. And thank you guys so much for watching and going through every step of these 2 videos and hearing why we've been off of YouTube. If you guys want a more detailed video, I'm saying that I could do a video with my dad and he can explain more about the situation, because he's just the only one that knows more about it, because he's the one that experienced it. All I could tell you is what I felt and what we experienced as his daughters, and as how it affected all of us. So I think that's it, guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment what other videos you guys want us to do. I'm like super down to do anything else, any challenges, anything new that you guys want us to do. I'm super down to do. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys understand why we weren't on YouTube. And I just want to say I love you guys all so much with my entire heart. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, or morning, or afternoon, whenever you guys are watching this. Wonderful day. I love you guys all so much. Bye, my Pearl Avengers.